And for more on this, joining us live from Tehran is Pouya Mirzai. He's a journalist and international relations analyst. Really good to have you here on the program. I want to start by asking you, turnout, it was just under 50%. How much support does that mean that Pezeshkian really has in Iran?
Thank you very much for the time that you devoted to me. Actually, to tell the truth, although, as you mentioned, it was under 50%, the participation and turnout, but it has a slight rising and increasing in accordance to the last week's election. And the margin for Mr. Pezeshkian during 1 week was more than 6 million people, and it showed that the people of Iran are believing again nearly after 19 years. I mean, after Mr. Khatami's former administration, that reform and reformists are the better choice for running the administration in Iran.
So do you think he has a strong mandate now to make some big changes in Iran?
I do not understand exactly the meaning of the big changes. To tell the truth, the first important thing for Iranian people at the moment is the economic issue. And I've told to your audiences some days ago that the economic issue in Iran is very closely tied to the foreign policy. So I think the Iranian people's demand at the first step would be his acts on economic issue and foreign policy. The foreign policy, if I want to explain more, at this moment, we could divide it into three parts. The relationship with the Western countries, the relationship with the Asian and Eastern countries, and the relationship in the region. I think Mr. Pezeshkian's administration would continue the policies according to the region. Mostly, he has received a very pleasant message from the Mr. Hassan Nasrallah of Hezbollah, and he will continue to make the better relationship with the neighboring countries. And I do not think so there would be any change in the good relationship between Iran and Eastern countries, mostly China and Russia. And it remains the relation with the Western, European, and the United States.
I want to ask you about that, the United States, if I may just jump in there. Now, a spokesperson from the State Department in the U.S., they said that these elections were not fair nor free. Do you think that he will continue with this sort of isolationist approach as towards the U.S.?
This is not something new from the Americans. They used to repeat such things. First of all, to tell the truth, these are Iranian people who shall choose that if the election was fair and free or not. And I think that Iranian people, with their votes, they showed that the election was fair and free. Another problem with the American policymaker mindset is that they are under the effect of the monarchists and royalists, actually the opposition of the Islamic Republic of Iran, who are in the United States. And the point is that monarchists, technically, theoretically, philosophically, they do not believe on any voting, any democracy. And they have, unfortunately, some effects on the policy makings in the United States. But with the same repetitions, we have seen that there was some points in the relationship between Iran and the United States, and mostly the milestone was with JCPOA. So the saying of any the members of the representative or House of Representative or Senate is something. The real foreign policy of the United States and the reality of foreign policy of Iran is something else.
Right, we're just going to have to wait and see what kind of relationship that Iran and the US will have going forward with this new president. That is Pouya Mirazei. Thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World.
Thank you very much.